Hello, we're gonna create some further DAX measures. As previously we have learned how we can create the balance sheet key measures, our income statement key measures. We have prepared many of things, we have learned many of things. So now we're gonna create some further DAX measures. So first of all, I have to click my table which I want to place my key measure. It's an income statement measure, it's new measure option. Yes, I want to create my beta. Previously, I have created a beta to the revenue or beta margin. I want to create my beta equals opening. I'm using a filter function called calculate, breaking down to the new line. So what is the values? I have income statement values, comma, breaking down to the new line. So yes, it says filter one. Yes, I want to filter which thing should be filtered. I want to filter my beta from my income statement column details. It's an beta closing parenthesis. I'm pressing enter key from my keyboard. I got my result. Yes, wait for a second. It has been doing calculation and I got my beta. If I click here, by default, it chooses a card visual. It shows that the 347.57K is my cumulative beta. As I click to the slicer, it sliced or filters and give us the result. That's a perfect thing. But why not my this table is being filtered while all my KPIs or while all my card tables have been filtered? Let me go to the model view and I'll be explaining you. See here, my data model consists of multiple tables. So this is the fact table, the data, and the date table is the fact, or you can say the lookup table. All my data have been shown in my income statement, balance sheet data, and the cash flow table. These from here, the measures have been looking the values from the income statement detail, balance sheet detail, etc., the cash flow detail column, and that is being looked to the date available here and the yearly analysis. But my income statement data, which I duplicated, if you have seen my previous videos, how I performed our query steps to get another table duplicated, you can see must watching that video first. So my table of the income statement has not been linked with any of the table. It has been placed to the side, to the left hand side. That's why I have prepared an income statement of that table. If I click my table, see on the right hand side, my data pane, as I scroll down, see my income statement data table have been chosen. The following columns have been selected and placed in an order. So see, my income statement was prepared using this table, but my measures have been prepared using an income statement data table which have been linked to the date table. That's why my all table are filtered, but my single table of the income statement is not being filtered because it is not linked with any data model with any table. See here the relationships. If I click to the arrow pointing towards down, you can see another screen appears in the front of it. It says edit relationship that my income statement data table column called dates have been matched with the date table date column and it's many one relationship. Okay, no need to change anything and that's why it is being filtered. Else here, if I make any column, then this would be filtered if I make a relationship along it to my date table or any table available here. We need to understand the data model first, the table view and the report view. That's why my all filtered, that's why all my views are being filtered except my table. But I need to understand another thing that whenever I click to the slicer or as well the 2022, 2023 or anything, my all the visuals are being filtered. But I don't want to filter by this table where I have been placed the year revenue, cost of goods sold, gross profit margin. I don't want this to be filtered. For this, I need to do some interaction editing of my slicer with my table visuals. As I click to the slicer, at the top you can see some optional tabs available. It's a format tab and here under the interaction group I have edit interaction available. As I click here, it has opened all my visuals and see it has given me option to apply a filter or not to apply a filter. So I don't want to apply a filter on my table. As I click here, this option have been selected. If I click here, the filter, this option will be selected. I don't want to apply the filtering. That's why I have chosen the none. I'll be turning off this option. Now see the result. As I click to all of my Slicer 2020, all of my visuals are been editing, but my single table of which I have turned off the interaction is not being filtered. This is a wonderful thing you have learned in this tutorial. 2022, 2023. See, all of the results have been filtered, but my table is not being filtered. That is a great thing. Unless there is been relationship not defined by us in the model view. So now we're gonna see further what further KPIs we're gonna see, the performance measures we're gonna prepare and to complete our dashboard. Let us see further calculation. Let me build now some column charts to complete our dashboard beta to revenue. I'm gonna remove all my small car visuals. So yes, I have inventory, I have my receivables. I'm gonna click on my receivables to get a result by default. Same, it have been showing my card visual. It says add to a pane switcher. If I click here, my build visual, yes, it is being building. So I'm gonna select my column chart. It's a cluster column chart. It says adding to the X value. Yes, I want to add my years in an X value. Should be the yearly. I got my yearly analysis. I need to format it further. So see here, building a visual. I have an option to always show on pane switcher, move to the visual. I have multiple of, if I click to the move to the visual, it being disappeared from here and gone back here. If I click again, I want to add my pane switcher here as well. So it should be chosen as collapse. Yes, here I have been collapsed, building a visual. My format pane. So see, it says x-axis alarming situation, y-axis alarming situation. Yes, I need to see this. More options. My format tab have been opened in the right hand side. It's called a pane. My title receivers by year. I'm gonna change my title. It should be yearly receivables. It should be bold, middle aligned. The subtitle, I don't want to add any subtitle. X-axis and y-axis options available. So I need to turn off the title on the x-axis, as anyone can understand that it's been year 2020, 21, 22, 23 on the x-axis. So y-axis similarly I want to turn off the years. The y-axis values should be turned off. Yes, I got a result. Now see, my column chart is looking perfect. Here's an option. If I turn on a trend line, see, I got a trend line to be turned on. It shows us that it's being increasing side by side a yearly trend. My 2023 at the end result. If I click to the data labels, I can add a data label here as well. There are the multiple options. Let us go and see the data labels. It says yes, all series should be changed. Orientation data label should be horizontal or the vertical. So vertical is not looking perfect. Horizontal is being perfect. Position auto. We have multiple position inside end. Here is an inside end. Let me short it. I got my visual. Perfect. Now for saving time, I'm gonna take Control C and Control V from my keyboard. I'm gonna place it here next to it. I'm gonna change the value whichever I want. But certainly I have been missed some of the calculations. Let me go to the data pane. See my BS values, inventory, receivable, total assets, all of things have been prepared side by side. But my cash figure have not been shown. How can I tell my end users that what is the closing cash of my organization? Let me go to the table view and show you. My balance sheet data. See here, receivables starting from the cash on hand. Yes, I want this cash on hand to be shown as a KPI in the front of us. I will be using a column chart same as we have done under receivables, and we will be using a calculate function, a filter function to get a value of cash on hand. Report view, BS key measures. Let me go to the new measure option. Yes, it's cash on hand, or I'm gonna type the cash as well. Calculate my year. Next, I have the BS values, which filter the balance sheet details, inverted commas open, cash on hand, breaking down to the new line. I got my result, yearly revenue, gonna turn off to the cash. See that as my cash increases, my revenue decreases. It has been shown in a column as a custard column having chosen receivables, cash shown different colors. The analysis. My cash is being greater than my receivables. Uh, It means that my receivables are paying me on time and my receivables have been decreasing side by side. My cash is being burned into the further inventory to purchase. This is an inventory cycle, or we can say the cash conversion cycle. This is the part of the working capital. Let me turn off my receivables. Yes, see my cash 2020, it decreased side by side. Why? Any reason. There should be any reason. If, as a financial planning analyst, I would be thinking that my receivables have been decreased due to there would be some bad debts and my cash decreases side by side. A provision would be created by our accountant to show the receivables turning into the bad debts and not converting our inventory and result to the cash. My cash conversion cycle would be slow. For instance, if my inventory is being converted in 60 days for the year 2020 to the cash, now for 2023, it's been taking 90 days or the 100 days, many days to convert into the cash. This is an alarming situation for us. So we need to consider some factors to see why this is being happened. We need to understand all of things side by side. So yes, receivables, I need to edit my title as well because being yearly receivables, I have been chosen a cash. So I'll be changing my yearly receivables to the cash, yearly cash. Yes, this is being perfect. Closing the format, shortening it. So this is an income statement. I got different things and we have learned many things further. Let me remove, or we have another thing. See, as I click to the three buttons, I have multiple options here. It says start from the export data and to the for sort by data. If I click here, it says sort by income statement. Yes, I don't want to sort. I would says open the format pane. I don't want to open the format pane. Spotlight. Spotlight means it would be focusing on a single visual in the front of us. Again, says automatically find the clusters. If I click here, it says number of field exceeds. Clustering sports one dimension and 1 to 15 measures. Yes, because here are no measures associated in our income statement. Click here. It says shows as a table. I have already chosen a table. It says removes and export data. I'll be clicking on export data option available. So as I click to the export data, it says give the name of the type file. It is income statement of Microsoft. I'm choosing a short form MST, any name. it being chosen as a CSV file. Yes, I'm gonna save it, and we will be looking towards what thing it have been exported. So we're gonna see that what thing have been exported. See this, I have opened CSV file which I exported from the visual of the Power BI, and see I got my income statement column. So let me adjust those. 2020, 2021. See, my years and my data have been shown here perfectly. It need to be some adjustment. Let us do adjustments and see what is being done by the Power BI exporting. I'm gonna create a table selecting my fields, CT, Control T to create a table. Yes, my table has an headers. See, I got my headers and I want to remove these blanks. I have an option, select all and then go to one find at the home tab. I have an option of fill, clear, auto sum, filter, sort, find and select. Yes, I want to go and then I want to replace. Just wait for a second. No, my Excel is in previous version. It's not 365 yet. So replace it in selecting that dash here. Just wait. Why it is not working? It is not working. Let me see it. Yes, that function was not working, but now it's working. Find and replace. Find what I have selected my four cells all together. Find what the dash and replace it with zero. Replace all. So in a single click, it has replaced the four cells values. Again, selecting same. I will be replacing four further and further. Yes. Now you see income statement. The values I have to demonstrate that the function export data to an Excel. So see how you can export your data to an Excel, how you can format it, make a table. If I select all my table, and yes, I have a quick analysis button here as well. I'll be clicking it, says formatting chart, visual, etc. data bars. If I click to the charts, it has shown me cluster columns are multiple options available here. The table spark lines, yes, I want to add a spark lines column win or loss. The column is a perfect. See, I have a column analysis in a second. So this is a benefit of an Excel analysis, the quick data analysis. We have seen how we can format exported table, how we can remove the values, and see we got our result in a quick form. A sparkline analysis, I can click, I can change the design, I can highlight highest point as well, I can highlight my lowest point, or you can see the first point, second point, anything which I want. I can change my sparkline colors as well. Recently it's blue, anything I can choose any color, red or green, etc., which should be the feasible for me to understand and to communicate my story to the end users. Now let us go back to the Power BI and we can see further. Now let me remove my visual to get a space. Removing it, I got my yearly cash. Let me place at a place. I have to see yearly revenue as well. I need to get a space to show my cash as well. Yes, my revenue. Just wait for a second. Shorten it. So for the slices, I need to place here or anywhere else. Let me turn it. Yes. Formatting slicer. I need to format my slicer first. Slicer setting. It is vertical list. I want the title. Yes. Let me short it. Yes, now it's great. I need to add a title to my dashboard. It's Microsoft financial analysis, dashboard, control A, selecting my text, and I want to increase it, size, bold it, middle aligned. No, it should be the left aligned. I need to increase the font size to 16. Yes, it's now looking perfect. Yes. Now you see, as I'm moving forward, I'm communicating how to tell a story through our visuals to the end user. This storytelling is another very good skill for the finance professionals to learn. We will be conducting an extra session on a storytelling by industry professional. So don't stop to watch us. My years from multiple things have been calculated. Let me remove it. We can import, we can export anything to our Excel as well. Removing this. Now you see many things have been formatted, many things have been learned. You have seen a lot of things as well. Increases. Let me increase. Yes. Now you see it being shaped in a perfect thing. My canvas is now blank. We can create some further visuals and we are gonna look some further. I want to see my visual gallery. So which thing I need to see? I want to add a multiple row KPI card. Yes, let me format or I can add a values to it. It should add EBITDA to revenue. It should add gross profit to revenue. We can calculate some further. First, I need to format it. I have to turn on the title. What should be the title? As I'm adding the KPIs of the income statement, the title should be very effective and catchy for the end user. The title should be adding efficiency and performance KPI, or we can say key performance indicator. I need to bold it. So yes, subtitle. I need to turn off the subtitle. What should be the subtitle? Text. Yes, it should be 2023. I will be adding a current year title. Bold 23. Yes, it is a middle line, right line. No, left line is a perfect thing. Tell it. Let me expand it. Place at the top to see our result. Yes, two performance indicators have been added. We will be looking some further indicators and its calculation side by side. How we can create it. Let me turn off my format pane. Yes, turning back to the data pane. I got the key in my yes, it's a beta to revenue, gross profit to revenue. We will be looking some further panes as well. Now let us create another key measure, a beta to revenue. Let me copy it, save my time, Control C, copy it, and now I'm gonna create a new measure, paste it. I need to find my EBIT. Yes, a bit have been working perfectly. So I also told you how you can create our advanced DAX measure using the variables and the return statement in the previous session. Don't forget to watch all of the sessions side by side. In this workshop, you have got a hands-on experience on the Power BI desktop. You learn multiple things such as Power Query Editor, you got to know the transformation of the Power Query, you got to know how we can connect and online source data, you know how to connect multiple Excel sources. You get to know the data modeling, the report view, the canvas, how we can format, how we can tell the story through the visuals, the diags measure. You have learned many things in this 5 to 6 hours of workshop, comprehensive. And don't forget to watch further, share this videos to your fellows as well. And now I have created a bit to revenue, or I can choose a name as a bit margin. Let me see it. Yes. So now I'm gonna add it to a bit margin, a bit margin. I have been formatting, and now see, in a single second I got my result. A bit margin, yes, a bit margin 40.86 as previously. Let me click it. See, I have chosen 3 decimal places. It's a perfect thing to show my result till now. Yeah, 2022. Let me see it. Yes, my multiple row card is being updated. Now I want to do same edit interaction option as well. So selected my slicer, go to the format pane, format tab. Yes, I have edit interaction option. We have learned how we can edit it. Yes, here's a none option available. Let me turn it off. Yes. Now you see, selecting 2023. My other visuals have been filtered, have been sliced, but my this filter, this KPI, the multi-row visual is not being filtered. That's the perfect thing. See, we have learned a lot. Now we're gonna see further a bit to revenue, gross profit to revenue, a bit margin. Now we're gonna calculate the net income. Net income equals calculate. Yes, which thing I need to calculate? My income statement values, comma, and income statement filter equals net. And net income closing, copying, control C, new measure, control V, pasting. It should be pre-tax income. I need to see a visual of comparison of pre-tax income to the net income as well. And where's my net income? Yes, here's my net income multi-row card. I need see here. I don't want to see it. I will be looking towards say a bar chart. Y-axis have been blank. I will be adding my years. So I got my analysis as well. My pre-tax income, net income, my total line. If I see it, total labels, my data label. Yes. Legend room slices, etc. More options. Opening it. Legend. I need to turn off my legend title. My x-axis should be turned off. Its title should also be turned off. I have a y-axis. Its title should be turned off. And then title as well. Yes, decreasing the size of a title. Plot area, reference line, etc. Bars. I can change the color of my bars. So whichever color should I choose? Yes. Wait for a second. We will be looking towards the storytelling as well. So my KPIs, my measures have been performing, working accurately side by side. We have learned many things till now. We will be looking further in this session as well.